My name is Olivia Derise, and I'll be talking to you today about tonsils and their journey through time. Basically, I'm going to tell you what tonsils are, why we have them, some specific diseases associated with them, a brief timeline about tonsillectomies, an experiment associated with the material, and controversies associated with the procedure. Tonsils are two compact bodies of lymphoid tissue located in the back of the throat. They exist as the body's first line of immune defense. With that being said, they can easily become infected and sometimes are more of a liability rather than an asset. You can see in these pictures exactly where the tonsils are located, right behind the uvula. Some people are just born with naturally large tonsils, whereas others don't seem to have any problems associated with them. Tonsils help the body get rid of toxins and other unwanted materials. They consist of B and T lymphocytes, which have specific roles in fighting infections. Tonsils, once in contact with foreign materials, have crevices that stimulate the 5 major antibody classes. Our tonsils are working their hardest when we are about 4 to 10 years old, which is when we are first exposed to various infections. Removing the tonsils has not been shown to result in any immunologic deficiency. Some disorders or diseases associated with tonsils include acute tonsillitis, which is caused by both virus and bacteria. The common cold virus also results in enlargement of the tonsils. Commonly known as strep throat is caused by group A streptococcus, which is commonly seen in children at around age 5 to 6. And enlarged tonsils can also contribute to airway obstruction and sleep apnea. In 1 BC, Cornelius Celsus was the first to describe the surgery of the tonsillectomy. He reported that it was extremely difficult at that time because of the lack of anesthesia. One can only imagine how painful it was to have the procedure done without that. So, for that reason, the tonsillectomy was abandoned up until the 16th century, which is when basic tools were created for the procedure. In the middle of the 16th century, a man named Perret created a small oval instrument that was used to cut off the uvula, so tonsils were removed in the same fashion. In 1828, Physic created a tool called a tonsillotome that provided a framework for other tools to be used later. Around 1960, 1.4 million surgeries were performed in the U.S., but then that number quickly declined, and now there are only about 250,000 surgeries performed in the U.S. today. As you can see, there are many different techniques, both hot and cold, to perform tonsillectomies. As of today, the major one used is the laser tonsillectomy. Cochrane's experiment was used in order to see how tonsillectomies affected children with sore throats. It is a common trend that children who received the tonsillectomy had an average of less episodes of sore throat in the first postoperative year, especially in the moderate to severe sore throat cases. The equations used in his experiment included the mean equation, the margin of error, and how to calculate the confidence interval for each trial. Controversy has come about because doctors are unsure if removing the tonsils is a dangerous move. Surgeons in the past and even today have almost done the surgery with some degree of uncertainty, and the surgery has definitely become less popular and has plateaued, so not as many children are receiving the surgery. In conclusion, tonsils are the first line of defense that pathogens encounter when they first enter the body. However, enlarged or constantly infected tonsils can cause a greater threat to a human's health. Many tools have been revolutionized for this procedure. However, nowadays the surgery only lasts for roughly half an hour and rarely do complications arise. And many patients have claimed that they have benefited greatly from this tonsillectomy. However, there is no scientific law claiming its true accuracy. And these are my references. Thank you.